We're live.
We're going live.
All right, let me start this.
Get that music
It was
going.
not supposed to do that. It was supposed to start with the logo.
Zero mistakes, as always, on the live shows.
What the hell?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, angels and demons and monsters and serpents. This is Brothers of the Serpent Podcast, and we are coming to you live from the 10x10x10 Tangent Cube of Science, where we are, as always, nestled amongst the dusty bones of an ancient seabed high atop the Edwards Plateau. It has been warm, like unbelievably
80
warm.
degrees.
Yeah, what's the deal? But
Freezing cold in the
hopefully-
morning,
yeah, it's
burning
cold.
up in the afternoon.
Yeah, but hopefully I've been seeing reports that the polar vortex has collapsed and everyone's going to
God.
die from freezing
Man.
soon. So maybe it'll get down to 40 here.
I can't wait.
I hope you've all had excellent Christmas, happy
Merry
holidays,
Christmas.
everything. Yeah, and of course,
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
yes,
Once
happy
again-
New Year.
Thanks to Guild Stranger. This is the last beer.
Last Guild Stranger beer. Have we checked the P.O. box lately? He might have sent more, and they might be sitting in the P.O. box.
No. Man, I hope it's inside.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's inside in the.
I've never even been in there.
Yeah.
So.
It's at.
Oh, it's a
the
legit
post office.
P.O.
Yeah,
box
it's
now.
at
That's
the post
right.
office. Yeah.
We used to have one of these weird side stage deals.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
So we do have some cool,
Oh, yeah.
cool stuff to talk about. Kyle went to Egypt for research. So you guys know we've been doing tours there with Ben and in Turkey, and we got one coming up in Peru as well. But the tours don't give you a whole lot of research opportunities because, you know, we're there as hosts of a tour. So Kyle and Ben and Cowrie, who is part of the Artifact Foundation along with Adam Young.
Yes.
They went to Egypt for, what was it, 4?
I mean, I guess day one technically was the 18th, and then we left on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So 4 days, 4 full days.
Yeah. So Kyle went, I stayed here. Kyle went and helped them with and they were doing like scanning. So that's the first thing we want to talk about today. I think, Kyle, you
Yeah,
said
it was
there's
awesome.
not a whole lot of pictures and video, but you have some
Well,
stuff and we can just sort of discuss it.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess we each had a job to do, so there wasn't a whole lot of like taking footage of what was going on.
Yeah.
I was doing photogrammetry, and Katoe and Adam were doing the scanning together because that is a bigger setup, takes more than one person really to operate it. And you know, you got one guy working with the computer, the other guy working with the scanner.
Yeah.
And then there's the power source and all this. So we had
By the way, I found an Asus gaming laptop charger in all of my cables after we moved. So I'm pretty sure I'm the one that ended up with Adam's charger.
Oh, laptop charger.
Yes. I was
From London?
looking for my laptop charger, and I pulled it out. I'm like, whoops. Sorry, Adam. Didn't he ask us in the chat, like, did anybody get the charger? And I'm
Probably.
like, no. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Oh, hey. Crease 2520, backwards 2025. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bruce Silva, $20 for beer and Kyle's escapades. Excellent.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, it was awesome. I mad props to Adam and Katoe for spearheading this whole thing. I'm do something. I'm like, I got to do something.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the high resolution videos I took of the Petrie core at the museum in London made a fantastic photogrammetry model. So that's where it was like, we got to do more photogrammetry. And then the specialist that was like putting together the photogrammetry recommended that we take a DSLR camera and we use a certain type of setting and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And Wandering Wolf loaned me his camera.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it was like 2 days or whatever. And he's like, oh, bro, you just come over to my house and get one.
Yeah.
Well, so I drove to Austin the day before we went to Egypt and borrowed his camera. And then, so day one, we went to the Serapeum. We got there early in the morning, so there was nobody else there. It was just us. And they went to one end and scanned a box, and I went to the other end and did photogrammetry on a box on the box that has all the writing. I hope this photogrammetry comes out right. The guy gave me a diagram, which was really cool. Like, here's how to take all the pictures of the box. Like he showed all these little camera icons going around it,
wow.
and camera icons on the inside, and how to do the corners and stuff. And I'm like, okay, sweet.
Okay.
But diagram, and then I get in there and I'm like, wait a minute, what about this corner and that corner?
Yeah.
Like, how do I do all the corners?
Yeah. And when they're 8 feet above you or 9 feet down or whatever.
Man, it was and then they moved the boulder away from that box, so you can't. There's no boulder in front of it to step on to get into it. Oh my God! I was like,
Ben was there, right? Was he helping you guys too?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and he was taking footage, so he might have a lot more.
Ben's the one that's got the
He probably has more footage.
Documentarian footage.
We should do a Swapcast live with him. And
Yeah, we need
see
to get
what
him
he's
on.
got.
Yeah.
It was fun. I mean, man, I had a blast. I felt like we could have spent the whole 4 days in the Serapeum. Like I think everybody kind of felt this way, but Adam kind of set this thing up to like, well, let's check this place out. Let's check the box out here. Let's go here. Let's go here. We went to a couple of places I've never been, and we went and saw some boxes and went under the Black Pyramid. And it's like this maze of tunnels again. And man, I'm like, I wish I would have had time to really like get some footage and maybe add this to the anatomy of a pyramid thing, because it's like maybe there's something going on in here too. There's a network of tunnels in this weird outcrop of stone that seems like to be some kind of iron oxide in the limestone. So it's like red and charcoal and black and.
Okay, you were talking to me about this a little bit. And
Yeah.
you were saying this like you wish you'd have had this material for your pyramid construction.
Well, I mean, I wish I had more footage.
Oh yeah.
Of it, better footage, but I'm gonna try to add it because this is an interesting one. Like again, it's built on what seems to be like, okay, well, the primordial mound of this pyramid must have been this weird outcrop of iron oxide or whatever the hell it is. It's
Okay,
this,
yeah, there's Ben. He says he has footage.
Ben's got the footage.
Ben's got the footage.
I know where you live. Well, not really.
Whoops.
What is it? 123 Bilford Lane. Pretty sure that's where you live.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Avenue.
King Fuji, $20 straight to vase scanning. Happy New Year. Thank you. And Frank, 2520 sounds like a good number.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Where is my Frank?
There it is. Frank.
Thank you, Frank. That's an old Frank song.
It is. Yeah, we originally made that for Frank.
Yeah. Commander
Frank. Yeah. Ben says he could take footage because he brought nothing to the table. He didn't have a job.
Your job was the footage. Yeah, so anyways, I did the photogrammetry of that one box, and it was like, man, I could have probably taken, 200 more photos and it would have been okay. But it turned out to be, I didn't have the right equipment. And I didn't even realize this, but it's like, how do you get the top? So, like, you got the box sitting there and then the lid's sitting on top, and I kind of want to get pictures going around the corner, the top corner edges all the way around.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the lid sticks off like 4 feet off of one end. And how do I get up there to get...
Yeah.
I mean, I can stand on top of it, and then I'm like reaching out over the edge, and I'm shooting my feet in the photo.
Yeah.
So I got on top of the box and shot a bunch of photos trying to get the edges. But man, I don't know. What I really needed was a extension where I could put the camera way up there and a remote, so I could, with the camera pointed down like this up on an extension. I think I learned was I think I might as well have used a flash, or not a flash, but like
You were lighting it though.
I was lighting. I brought the video lights and I set them all up around it, but it's like I could see the lights in the reflection of the box.
Oh, right.
And so then when I'd move, the reflection of the light would move with me. So of course the box is going to have like light prints all over it.
Yeah.
So I might as well have just shot with the light in front of the, like mounted on the camera.
Yeah.
Which I didn't do that originally because when I set it up and I looked at the box, it was like I'm looking at the camera light.
Yeah.
It was right there.
Right.
So I don't know, man. The way these boxes need to be lit in order to do proper photogrammetry is like big, diffused,
Set up all
all
in the room.
over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's just between the wall and the side of the box, there's just not that much room.
Yeah.
It's like in here. You don't have that much room.
You know what you
I
need?
had the camera all the way up against the wall shooting like, you know.
Yeah. You needed
So-
you needed Aziz.
It's true. I did need that.
Where is it?
Aziz light!
There it is.
Thank you, Aziz.
Aziz.
It's exactly what I needed.
Because I was just thinking, like, maybe a guy with a torch.
We had, dude, the once again, like, you know, the commit school and Mo. I mean, the guys just, they pulled out all the stops. We had all these guys. They were hauling. They wouldn't let me carry my own backpack of gear.
yeah.
They're like, no. It's like, all right. So I'm like walking everywhere with nothing, and Ben is like, and the other guys have backpacks. They're like, what the hell? You don't have, you're not. I'm like, they won't let me carry anything. That's great. They hauled. We had this huge battery that they bought and ordered and had it shipped to Egypt because
That was a question that somebody asked. Did you have all the equipment?
they had a
shipped there?
big battery bank that would provide AC power for the computer. Like you could plug a freaking 120 volt plug into it. And it's just this giant battery. And the guys are like, okay, now it's time to carry that down into the step pyramid or whatever, you know. And they're just like hauling this outlets in the step pyramid.
Oh yeah, they've wired it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's wires with lights everywhere. And
You
occasionally there's an
wanna
outlet
trust,
you can just...
You want to trust your extremely expensive Asus laptop, plug it into one of those outlets down and below the step pyramid.
Hell yeah. You don't want to carry that battery down there. Oh, that was one of the cool things is I got to walk out on the... So in the pyramids, the anatomy of a pyramid presentation, there's the whole thing with the trench and the rubble filled up. I got this video. I should show this video. Yeah, it's terrifying. I couldn't believe, like, what did I just do?
What happened?
I don't know. Okay. Trying to...
Happy New Year, Nick. Talk fast. 4 a.m. in Norway. You gotta listen fast.
Let's see here.
Okay, well, Kyle's looking for this. Somebody asked,
Here it
what's up with no Troy show art? He has been making show art for us still. Just the live episode doesn't have Troy art. But yes, Troy still makes us art. It's awesome.
See what I got here. Oh, wrong button.
There we go. All right, so you're in the step pyramid
So
here?
this is the trench. And this is, look, I mean, do I shine a light down there? I hope so, because it's way down there. That's the bedrock wall, but everything else that I'm standing on is... This is built in. See the walls of the trench? That's the bedrock.
Yes.
All of this that I'm standing on is built back into that trench, filling it up.
So is the Persian entrance on the other side, up above?
On the right side, I think.
On the
up
right side?
above
Because you
this.
can see this from that hole.
Yeah.
I never knew you could walk in here.
I'm just
It's
thinking,
really
like-
cool. So somebody dug this out?
I guess. And then they dug up against the bedrock over there. I'm like, that is treacherous. It's freaky. You could easily die right here.
Yeah.
Like you could fall down in there. But you can see this is all masonry.
Yes.
So somebody just filled this trench up.
Okay, Ben says that it was up and to the left and that this is a robber's tunnel right here. The shaft going down.
So all this masonry on the right, that's all masonry, and it goes all the way, you know,
to the trench wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why let's go to the next video because I think I'll walk all the way down there and look over the edge. What? I don't want notes. Anyways. Here's the next one. I know I'm kind of changing subjects, but this was part of it. We went down into the step pyramid, and this was the first thing we did. I was just like, dude, this is crazy. Okay. So now I'm trying to... I'm going down to the edge. Not great footage, but did what I could. I didn't have my gimbal or anything. But you can see there how it's bedrock on the ceiling and bedrock on both sides, and then this is all just masonry.
What is the lines going down diagonally on the bedrock walls there?
That is interesting. I wonder if that was an original, maybe a sloped tunnel position or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that is weird. They were yelling at me already. Come back. And I'm like, I gotta get to the...
You gotta look over to see the box. Yeah.
It's terrifying. I'm just like, but yeah, there is that line. That is weird. Like it was a ramp at one point. Anyway, this is horrible video. Trying to haul ass. Grab my shades. Grab my bag. Don't fall down that robber's tunnel.
where power wire is run.
Oh yeah, could be. Yeah, that's
like
a really good
they've
point.
Trenched it and then filled it in with mortar.
They scratched a
like
groove
you can
into
see
it.
a conduit right there. Maybe that conduit continues down.
You're probably right. That's probably what it is.
Good suggestion.
Thank you.
Mamuto.
Mystery solved.
Yeah.
Next mystery. Anyway, it's clearly, I mean, I don't know who put that masonry there, but it's, it's ancient. I'm sure it's very ancient.
Yeah, but it goes back to your pyramid construction presentation. Like when the bedrock wasn't good quality, instead of digging a tunnel through it, they dug a shaft, like
and
a trench.
They left that layer up above. You can see there's a ceiling on it.
Yeah.
Because it was good.
Yes. They dug a trench, and then they hit good bedrock, and then they dug below that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And leave a ceiling. And
then
after they're done with the construction, they fill that whole thing in.
I don't know. I guess.
Was there no other access to the place if they completely fill it in, or did they make?
Think about this.
It doesn't have it's not like they, in other places they trenched like that and then they build a masonry shaft. That's not what it looks like.
Can you imagine coming out of the Persian tunnel, breaking through that wall into that shaft with torches and stuff? I mean, how are they?
Yeah, you look out over and it's pitch just black hole.
And then you drop some fire down there and and then you still can't see anything except that. Dude, who raided these things? These guys must have been ridiculous. How many skeletons were in the bottom of it that just...
Oh, my God, yeah.
From people trying to raid it? Like, how many people died trying to get... I'm like, man, this is so treacherous.
Yeah.
And you're way down underground, and it's just... I mean, I don't know. I fell off a cliff hundreds of feet underground. What? Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. How'd you break your leg? I fell off a cliff. Oh, you were mountain climbing? No, I was underground.
Yeah, exactly. So that was cool. We went down there and they scanned some vase fragments from the bottom, because there's this tunnel that just has a pile. Like the archaeologists have piled up a ton of hard stone vase fragments, and there's a bunch of alabaster and just everything in there. But
So they were scanning. They're looking for tool marks for.
yeah,
I mean, you can find even in fragments. You can find. You can get evidence on precision.
yeah, I think they're, tool marks, the geometry, whatever. I mean, if there's precise geometry, just whatever. I mean, they picked ones that they thought were seemed like good candidates for analysis. I can show some videos of that. Let's see what we got here. I haven't really gone through and checked these out yet. Let's see if I have any.
It's all right. Just get it playing, and
it
you
just
can talk
doesn't
about
show
what's
anything.
going on.
That's what I was trying to find out. Does it show anything?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
So I'm just showing. Here's the computer. The computer is sitting on a large vase. That's one of the big. That was the coolest computer stand he's ever had, or whatever.
Yeah, and you guys can see all the fragments of vases on the floor behind them and all around.
Yeah, so that's Adam on the left, Cataray on the right, and they're getting ready. I guess. I'm not sure what's going on. I decided it was not time to record. Now this is just...
Oh, yeah, look at this. God. Look at this, guys.
I was back there in those dishes. I'm just like, I love the dishes.
Look at this. You can swim in it like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so these are all pieces that were kind of pulled out. Just look at they've got they've got that core drill mark in the bottom, or they have a really good lip, or a little bit of both.
God, yeah, look at that. And you got some dynastic blocks there too, with the star patterns on them.
Yep. Ceiling blocks that have been repurposed into casing blocks, I suppose.
And there's Cowdery using the hand scanner. He's got one of the fragments on his turntable.
This is this cool broom I found. So that's a piece of slate. This was a really interesting, real thin, and there was multiple pieces of whatever it was. It must have been a large plate, or maybe there was multiple different ones, but a very large plate, or something almost like the schist disc.
Ah, yeah.
Right? Really big, thin, gray. I shot this in cinematic, so I can go back and fix the focus, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to get it to focus right on the edges.
Wow. Oh, man.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, most of the time when we do the 2 hours under the step pyramid, we're going all through it with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
This time we went straight down to this spot and basically stayed there the entire time.
Yeah, and there's 6 of you, right? Not 40 or 70 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did go down to the lower levels.
Oh my God, look at that thing. Wow.
Yeah, that one was beautiful.
Obviously, the pre-dynastics played disc golf. Yes. And no, that's right. They're not all super thin. Some of them have, very thick walls, but some of them are incredibly thin. It's amazing.
I'm just looking at the way Adam's standing. He's tossing. He's in there. He's having to stand like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. So we got videos of the ones we scanned. We just took a quick spin them around on the turntable. Here's the ones we scanned so that we can so that they can identify them in the data set. Like this is what it was. Because the scan doesn't give you texture, doesn't give you photogrammetry or anything. Yeah. So let's see what else. So we went to the Pyramid of Unas. There is a box in there. Now there is some interesting stuff that I ended up, the box in Unas is interesting. Oh, I love this video. This is great. The box is interesting, but I started becoming fascinated with the structure of the internal structure of this pyramid.
Yeah.
This is Bishoy, dude.
Oh yeah.
Look at
him. Yeah, that dude is awesome.
Yeah. So this is like John Anthony West talked a lot about this pyramid because the pyramid texts are down here.
Yes.
In which, a lot was learned about the mythology of the Egyptians, and I guess, I don't know. I heard John Anthony West going on and on and on about it, and I don't remember all of it.
The great thing is the story of the discovery, where he follows the
dog. He follows the dog.
Yeah.
Now this is cool. Look at these locks. So it's limestone. Now it turns to granite. Suddenly there's these 3 granite portcullises, locks, doors. I don't know what. Eventually I will look up. Obviously somebody tunneled over top of them to get past them because there must have been plugs in the way. I don't know. I mean, like they tunneled over the top to get over this granite. They tunneled through limestone. Yep, there's 3 of them.
Yep.
Didn't stop them.
Yeah.
So then the granite stops right there, and then it turns back into limestone, and then they've carved all of these hieroglyphics into the limestone. It is not plaster. It's carved right into the fine limestone layers.
But it is masonry, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Masonry.
Not bedrock stuff. It's
Now, look at where Kateri's hand is.
Oh, yes, yes.
The wall turns to calcite. It's calcite crystal. That whole wall.
And there's an old carving under there, isn't there?
I don't know.
Isn't that what he's highlighting? Yusuf showed us that there's
they turn the lights off and shine the light on the side to show.
These patterns have been put over something much older.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of calcite. When you put the flashlight right up against it, it lights up. Let's see if I've got more video. Okay, so let's. Okay, so. So this is the other wall. Calcite. This back wall is calcite. And I'm standing up high now, and now look at this.
Ah, it's a box.
It's a box with like angled. So the roof, it's like a big A-frame room. Not corbelled, but these giant slabs of limestone angled like that, and then the calcite are these huge prism blocks that match the angle of the roof, but aren't touching it.
It's air gapped.
Insane.
I think that's how Chris Dunn and I think Petrie also and a couple of others. What's the other guy's name? Described the
Davidson.
Yeah, the King's Chamber and the Great Pyramid as well.
Yeah, it's
an
not
air gapped
touching.
giant box.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a calcite box. I mean, but it's open on one end and the top, apparently. I mean, just look at this.
Wow. Yeah. So you guys scanned this box?
I don't know what they did. I'm not sure. If they,
Oh my God, look at that.
If they didn't scan it, then it wasn't really worth scanning because they would analyze. They would just kind of look at it real carefully first and be like, do we want to spend the time doing? Do we want to drag all the stuff down here? And I think they may have decided not to. But yeah, it's wild. Like, and then I mean, there's just a lot more. This is 14 minutes. What is this? I don't know what this is. Anyways, I'll review it and see what let me go through it real quick. Oh, okay. I know what this is. Is it really 14 minutes long? So the box has some interesting features. And this is not going to make a whole lot of sense looking at this, but I wish I had some better pictures of what's on top, but maybe we can see this. So what I did was I crawled around it. The box is in the room and the walls are really close to the sides, so you have to I had to literally like crawl around the side to get behind it.
Okay.
The lid is slid off the back.
So it's covering the okay.
Now there's these huge wooden things
posts
holding up the lid on the backside. But we were looking at it, and it's one of those boxes that has the box is grooved on 3 sides, and there's a lip on one side, so that up against the front.
But you can't pull it this way. It has
Right, you can't pull it off the front because the lid has a lip that goes down.
Okay.
But there's grooves in it and everything, so this is what you're gonna see. This is me.
So you're behind the box, under the lid.
Under the lid. So I'm looking at these grooves. There's the post that it's sitting on, and you can see the saw marks on the grooves right there. Look at the reflection in the camera. See? Terrible, terrible, terrible.
It's all right.
We'll get here.
It's okay.
Yeah. What did I do? Switch to slow motion?
Looks really cool.
So there's multiple grooves in this lid, and I can't figure out what they're
what
for.
the grooves are for.
And it looks like there's some kind of stuff up in there.
Yeah, up in there.
Yeah, or just sand and dirt or
yeah,
whatever.
That's what I mean. It could.
But there's there's clear saw marks on the sides of the groove. So yeah, I'm looking straight up, and there's the edge of the box that the lid is sliding off of, right? So if it were closed, I would just be looking at the ceiling of the room, but the lid is slid back. So eventually you'll
Is that
see.
a lip right there of the lid, or
Yes.
Okay.
So the lid has a lip. It goes up, and then because the front of the box has a higher edge that the front of the lid closes against.
Okay.
So, like you said, it can't slide off the front. Now,
Yeah.
look, there's an internal
I see
groove
the
there,
internal
so there's
groove,
some
yeah.
wear on that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what was wearing on it?
What was wearing it? Yeah. Wow.
Can't figure it, but it looks like this lid was opened and closed multiple times. This was not just like bury one pharaoh. This was like bury pharaohs for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Box.
Well, teleport the Anunnaki back to their planet.
Yeah.
Open and close it.
I'm just saying, it's like, it doesn't work. Why would the lid have wear and tear? Why would it be designed with grooves to open and slide open and close?
Yeah.
If it was only for one burial, there's no need for the lid to ever be designed to be open.
Yeah. Wow.
And so there's the back
There's
of the
the
box
back lid, okay.
with the lip that comes down. The
Yeah.
front goes up. The back comes down because the back of the box is cut lower than the front.
Mm.
So, really interesting. We got 14 minutes of this box lid, folks. I think it switched to some kind of slow mo.
That's why it's 14 minutes long.
Yeah.
You did a slow motion. Viper Crest, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, buddy. Thank you. Thank you very much. We had a couple of other super chats that I missed as well.
See if I can,
Sorry about that.
I'm going to see if I can get you to where you can see, understand a little bit more what you're seeing here. There's the post holding it up. And the lip comes down on the back. You can see the posts are kind of further in. Why am I not getting light? Yeah, so this was definitely okay, and then there's this.
Okay, so this is the side of the box. You're looking past the edge of the lid on
I'm
the
still on
long
the
end.
lid. I'm looking towards the back end of the lid, but I'm on the left side of the lid.
Yeah, that's what I meant. This is the okay.
And there is this groove with this rounded out hole.
Oh my God, like it was hinged.
Like a locking mechanism or a hinge or some kind of,
Wow.
It's really strange. I would love to understand what the point of all of this was. So there's the edge of the box, and you can see the box is cut to fit these cuts. And then there's that thing, which I'm just like, what the hell is that? I don't know. That's so the guy inside can grab it and, slide it back or something, right?
Yeah.
So there it is. There's looking down the length of it.
Okay, so that's the back lip.
The back lip of the lid.
Of the lid.
And then you can see one of the internal grooves we were looking at earlier on the middle of it. I think there's two of those, or maybe just one. I can't remember. There's the whole box length, and then the side of the box has this lip that sticks up, and the other side too. Look at that overcut.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a very intricately designed lid and box connector.
So
connection.
maybe not worth scanning for precision, but I sure would like to have this object scanned so that we can try to figure out how the hell it worked.
Yeah. Oh, this was interesting. In the floor, on either end of the box, were these two drill holes. They were like 4 inches in diameter. Or maybe 2, 3.
Behind it or
yes,
on the sides of it? Okay.
Behind it.
Weird.
And I was checking to see guess what? It's alabaster floor.
Ah. Okay.
Yep.
The floor is made of alabaster, and there are these
giant drill. Maybe this is also a lid.
Is that how they? Oh,
I don't know.
Or do they set something in there to help drag the box into the back?
Oh, that's a good one, possibly. Or it was
because the box is almost fills the chamber, right?
Yeah. Pretty wild. 2 drill holes behind the box. That one's
deep.
Yeah, they're both deep. The other one's just full of sand.
Oh, okay.
So. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that pyramid is quite interesting.
Yeah.
And it has these ridiculously massive casing stones
on the outside. Yeah.
Huge casing stones.
So the huge casing stones, the
granite
doors,
plugs, whatever they were.
This very strange box mechanism, alabaster floor,
alabaster walls, an alabaster box.
Yeah, a box in a box.
Yeah,
in the chamber, and the pyramid texts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty wild. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
We've been in there multiple times. I'd never noticed. And of course, we're not allowed to.
You don't get to climb around.
There's only one reason why I got to see that is getting on top of the box.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was awesome.
That's amazing.
I had to take another video of that one casing stone on the outside.
Yeah, let's see it.
Where is it? I thought that was it, but it's not. Oh, it is a video. Okay. Yeah, this is the one casing stone. So it's not that deep, but that's the edge of it. It's broken in a number of places. but it's right in front of the entrance.
God. That's one block.
Yeah, that thing is huge. It's just incredible. So yeah, Unis is awesome. I love that's a really cool place. And man, do I have the pictures of the shaft? There's this freaking map. Let me go look through it. But you remember yeah, I should have pictures of it. I should have a lot of pictures actually. Where are they?
So what day was that when you guys went to Unis? Second day? You went to Unis and the step pyramid on the second day, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, Unis is right next to the step pyramid,
Yeah.
so yeah. Yep, the pictures are not in here for some reason. That's really strange. Why not? I took pictures of this, the shaft outside, which I showed also in the presentation. No, did I show a picture of that? I don't know, but it's basically the same size as the shaft under the step pyramid, but there's no trench. It's just a single shaft that goes down, and it's surrounded by a rock wall and some barbed wire and stuff. They don't want you to fall in there.
Yeah.
But in the bottom is a box. And it's like a single piece lid, one of the curved lids.
Yeah.
With the square corners.
Yeah.
And it's got 3 massive drill holes. I mean, they must be like this big around. The box almost fills that hole. Like, think of the box in the bottom of the step pyramid, right? It's got to be at least that big. But it's a single piece lid.
Wow.
It's huge. I don't even... I could find an old picture of it, but yeah, dang it, where are my new ones? I took a bunch.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, you looked at it's like sort of full of sand. You can kind of see the lid sticking out of the sand, right?
Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. This is I took a video but it's in portrait mode, and I'm I'm like, what is this? What is this stupid portrait? Actually, that's a pit. So maybe I should rotate it. Let's see. Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
I definitely need to rotate it.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my God. It's really hard to rotate videos.
There we go.
Okay, so before we get, I just have to point out that this shaft is enormous in size. I mean, the walls have to be 30 feet long. I'll just roughly guess 30 feet long.
Yeah, it's comparable to the...
So look at the box inside.
And it's one piece.
That's a single piece lid. I don't know if the 4 square things are
Part of it.
part of this, but I bet you the lid comes down and flattens out.
And flattens out.
And
yeah.
these are part of it.
Yeah.
And so we're talking like, I don't know, what's that, 3 or 4 feet? On 4 or 5 feet maybe on this side.
Yeah.
So it's like 20 feet long, you know?
Yeah.
Freaking 15, 16 feet wide.
Yeah.
And it's, so these drill holes are probably a foot in diameter or something. And what the hell are they doing in the middle of this lid? Like, I don't know. This is just, it's crazy looking down there. You're just like, what? Why isn't there a ladder? We need to get down there.
And you're right. Those drill holes are huge.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are they for?
I don't know.
Maybe they go all the way through the lid and that's how they lowered it down.
Look at the size of this hole, dude.
Yeah, there you go. You got some scale there.
Yeah. And so you know that those holes in the walls right there are for big, giant logs.
Yeah.
Right? These big logs that they would put in there. And you look down, and the ones way far away look bigger than the ones up here close to us. The ones in the box are like bigger than those.
Yeah. Wow.
And they're farther away. Like, look at the size of that hole right there. It looks tiny compared to this.
So those, yeah.
And then the one up at the top, like these, that one's quite a bit big, but this one is still smaller than the one in the box. So I'm thinking, and look at the blocks in comparison. So I'm thinking that these holes are probably freaking that big around, dude. And it's just a massive, I don't know, unless this shaft tapers down, which I just don't think it does based on all of the other shafts in the area, the step pyramid shaft, the southern tomb.
Yeah.
They're all straight.
This also doesn't look like anything you would need for any kind of manufacturing process, or, I mean, you know, if you're
just trying to get rid of uranium,
maybe
or something.
yes, if you're trying to get rid of radioactive materials, this is excellent. But you're not making metals. You're not, you know, this is not metallurgy or chemistry or anything else. This is something else here.
Hey, Scotty Baldwin's in the chats. What's up, bro?
What's up, Scotty? Yeah, there's a bunch of people are having a bunch of questions.
He's flying from Singapore.
Oh, great.
What's up, dude? 38,000 feet club. That's cool.
Scanning the skies for, you're watching out for the UFOs. Good, bro. Yeah, those drones are everywhere, whatever they are. Yeah, so other questions. They're
fake. They took Christmas Day off. They're definitely Americans.
It's sedimentary rock that the shaft is dug into.
Yes.
It's just the same area as the step pyramid there, the whole complex.
Yeah, so this is all a constructed wall just to keep us
that's
from
modern.
falling in.
Yeah.
And these are the sedimentary layers. Just limestone going down. And it's the same area.
Yeah, it looks like there's a consistency change part of the way down, like we see.
Like
in
this
other
gets
places.
real fine right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And there's a pretty nice, like this real fine top layer here is pretty nice. Like this is similar to the rest of the stuff in Saqqara. But this is a really well cut shaft. I mean, compared to
looks like there's some ancient repairs there too on the
right here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's ancient or not, but there's a couple of what looks like giant blocks there, but that may just broken. They could be broken. But you know, if you look at some of the,
I don't think they're blocks.
It may not be blocks
because they match the sedimentary lines.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But if you look at some of the older photographs of like the whatever, the unfinished pyramid or the pit at Zawiat El Arian, there are obvious ancient repairs where like there's an outside corner on the inside of the pit, and there's a block put in that replaces something that crumbled out a long time ago. So who knows like what they've done to these. And then, you know, the other question people are having is, are the holes that are dug into the sides of the pit walls contemporary with the construction of the pit, or did they come later as an effort to remove the box? I don't think anyone knows.
I don't know. I would like to know that too, because I guess I would just immediately assume that the holes in the sides were like later people trying to get down there.
Yeah. Or maybe lifting out rubble. I mean, like, you know,
I guess that. Yeah, well, that's the same difference. Yeah, they're excavating it.
You're excavating it because it's just been an open hole, and now you're trying to remove an enormous amount of sand and rubble and stone. Then you would need.
But it could have also been ancient pit work.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been the dynastics doing this and putting logs and stuff in here, some kind of scaffolding.
Yeah.
To get in and out of it. everywhere. I mean, they were under all kinds of, they were just everywhere. So they either did all this stuff, or there actually is pre-dynastic stuff here, and they just dug it all up. Like they were just, they were great engineers. They were also archaeologists. They had their own archaeology department.
Yeah.
Which was, let's go find all the ancient shit, dig it all up, and carve our names into it.
Yeah.
Which is basically what we do nowadays. It's just, we don't carve into the stone. We just write on it.
Yeah.
With like some kind of, this ink won't hurt it. We take we dig all their stuff up and we drag it across the world and put it in some marble building.
Yeah.
And put a plaque under it that says like, we found this. Which is great. I'm so glad we do that.
Yeah.
And Dynastics did that. So it's probably going to suck that we did it, but I'm glad that we do it because otherwise we wouldn't know anything about it. So I can't blame them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to, it's part of the just learning the heritage of the ancients, right? They had their own ancients.
Yep. And they were, I can understand, like, they would dig up some temple and like refurbish it and add their own statues and write in all their shit.
Yeah.
And dedicate it to the ancient old gods.
Yeah.
Whatever, that's cool.
But now we just don't believe any of the stuff that they said about their ancients. I wonder if that'll happen to the future people. They'll be like, they believed in something called the dynastics that came like 4,000 years before them. It's bullshit.
Whatever.
All right, what else you got? Man, that thing is crazy. I want to get down there.
I know, me too, man. We're just gonna have to just break the law.
Yeah.
We just need we either need drones or we need parachutes. Once we get down there and we're not dead, we will be rescued. But before we get rescued, we'll gather some great data.
Parachutes.
What is this? Why does it keep doing that? Oh, they're all selected. Okay, this was really cool. Okay, I'll show this. So this is a map on the wall at Saqqara, the general view of the Saqqara Necropolis. And I just thought this was really cool because it shows you the Nile flooding, I suppose, is... Well, this is the whole Nile River Valley, but these canals that they built and these pools in front of the pyramids and the avenues. So it kind of gives you an idea. Like you see what I'm saying? Like there's something cool about this. Like they've got the canal with the square pool and then the whatever, and then the whole avenue that goes up to the pyramid.
Yeah. Yeah, they were making a canal system maybe for materials delivery or something.
I'm sure it served that purpose at some point, but pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is really cool.
There's the Pyramid of Djoser. I believe this is Unas. Let's see, 10? Yeah, Pyramid of Unas. So this is where we were, and the shaft that, is basically right in front of Unas. There's that huge shaft.
Mm.
Maybe that's what this square is. I don't know. Let's see. What else is here? 12. Where is 12? Anyway, I just thought that was cool.
It says New Kingdom Tombs.
Oh, okay.
12. It's to the left there.
Oh yeah, I see
it.
New Kingdom Tombs. Serapeum is over here. don't know what these walls are, but so there's this. It's like a sort of a key shape.
Yeah.
And we come in down here, I guess.
And all of that upper structure is completely gone. The only thing that remains none of that stuff above ground is there anymore. The only thing that remains is the underground part, basically what was the catacombs. But yeah, there was supposed to be a huge surface structure or series of structures with a wall and all kinds of stuff at one point. It's completely gone.
And you can see too how they sort of worked with the land. Like, so you look at these hills and see how they have these peaks.
Yeah.
And then this is this sort of like plateau. It's a flat area. Now maybe they flattened it, but it's got a real steep edge. And there's a pyramid on top. This one's kind of the same. So they pass the ravine and build on that. I mean, obviously you're going to build on the flat ground. I just found it interesting how where they chose to build.
Yeah.
Based on the topography. So there's this like set of hills. They just skipped that area. And then they're building on this flat top.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, folks. 2 hills here. And this is where you are. But yeah, that's a pretty cool map.
Yeah.
What else I got? Let's see here. On the fly presentation, folks.
Yeah.
I did not plan to do this. Russ is like, let's
hold on now. I told you
He's
last
like, let's
week.
do a podcast tomorrow, a live show. And I was like, yeah. And then I found out that was yesterday.
He saw it today, and he was like, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. Oh, shit. You said that yesterday. Yeah. And I told you earlier in the week, I was like, we should do a live show. Right? I did.
I'm sure
I
you
did,
did.
folks.
Yeah, I forgot.
I totally did.
I've been like, let's see what else I got. Why does it keep pulling up that video? I think it's because everything's selected. Oh yeah, this is cool. So, look at this avenue. They've excavated the side of it here. It's I don't know how good this video is, but these things were monstrous constructions. These Abu Gharaib.
Yeah, Abu Gharaib, yeah.
I wish I would have taken more footage. But again, I was like, not really here to just take a bunch of touristy footage. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, like a raised road through the desert, right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
And a nice, like, constant slope.
Yeah.
All the way to the job site.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, the whole thing about it, like you need ramps. That's the kind of ramp you have to build. A megalithic, very low, or rise.
I don't know if should I show that?
Yeah, that looks cool.
Screw it. I'm going to show it. So yeah, this is, oops. So they're down there scanning. Now, this was difficult because we couldn't remove all this stone.
Yeah, can't move it. Yeah.
But this box, first of all, I was telling them, get out. I was just like, get out, guys. The job's over. It's time for me to come down there and do a photogrammetry. You're taking too long with the scanning bullshit. This box is interesting. It's got this limestone liner.
Oh,
so it's a granite box, and then there's this like 2-inch limestone liner that fills the whole interior. And I mean, it is just like...
Yeah. I mean, it precisely
right up against the edge all the way around. What? They slid this piece of limestone down in there? What is the point? Limestone liner. And then the other box has the lid sitting on top of it, and you know, I don't know.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
I don't know if does it have a liner? I can't tell, but they're clearly different. The other box has nubs, it also has nubs, but they're not nearly as pronounced as these. I mean, these are just beautifully carved, symmetrical. You can see a little bit of angularity there. They're rounded, but they still have sort of flattened sides. These have these really blunted nubs. This box, they're like, maybe they're sticking out like this far,
like
and they've
chopped them off,
been cut off.
Yeah.
But man, that would have been a beauty. This box right here, if it was whole. You can see the limestone broken away, that liner, and then it's all the way up to the top there. I think actually the lid must have had a lip that came down and met this, because that is the top of the limestone, but it steps down a little bit from the granite edge.
Is somebody just smashed the lid?
I guess.
And damaged the box?
I guess.
I mean, it looks like somebody has peeled part of the limestone liner out of there, right? Broken it off.
Yeah.
Maybe they were thinking it was a false bottom.
I don't know. Could be, but
you make a big box. You put whatever you want to go in the box down in there, and then you put some fake stuff, and it's like
That's a good point. Yeah, that could be the reason.
So then you like open it up, and looks like you got the inside of the box full of treasure or whatever, and you take the treasure out of there, but you never get to the real stuff that's below the interior smaller box.
With limestone, they could have made it fit real tight.
Yeah.
Maybe, and granite would have been too hard to make it fit tight.
Yeah. And it looks like somebody didn't finish breaking.
They didn't actually smash the bottom of the inside.
That's right.
Should have brought a sledgehammer. That's where the real secrets are. That's a great idea. We ought to CT scan it.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
See if there's a hollow
you need
pocket
to get down there with
that.
some freaking
X-ray.
Huh. Cataway, get the X-ray machine and bring it back to Egypt.
Maybe one day our mobile devices will include like CT scanners too, and X-ray machines.
We'll all be brain dead. Okay, so we can look at the Black Pyramid. This is pretty cool. So yeah, never been here before. Mud brick pyramid, and a bunch of kids. There was a bunch of kids climbing on it, and all these Egyptians yelling at them to get down. They went way up there to this mud brick wall, and then the guys were yelling at them, "Get down!" And then they got down, and then they were like, "This is our pyramid." It was cool. It's like, yep, I guess it is their pyramid. Gear, or maybe I'm not carrying gear. Maybe I'm just talking to somebody.
Yeah, I haven't been here before.
Pretty sloppy camera work. There's the bent pyramid in the background there.
Oh, that's right. You can see this from the bent pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a strange place. So,
just piles of rubble midden.
Yeah. I'm sure I would be willing to bet that there was a massive amount of limestone casing this pyramid.
Yeah.
That has all been stripped away, and now it's just the mud brick interior that's... Because the dynastics were clearly down inside this thing. And, they had cased the inside tunnels with their limestone, and I mean, they are narrow tunnels. Like, some of them are like this. So this is what was making me think, like, they cased these tunnels, and the tunnels were old.
Yeah.
And falling apart. And the dynastics came in there and used mud brick and limestone to case them and preserve them.
Yeah.
And I think possibly the boxes were already in there, and the dynastics carved their little inscriptions on them and stuff, decorated them, and cased the rooms they were in. That's my favorite theory right now. And there's two entrances to this pyramid. There's one on the north. Let's see.
Yeah, there's always a north entrance.
No,
right?
not north. It's like a northwest corner and a southeast corner, or the other way around. Look at Ben's arm. Golly, that's a good looking arm. Am I doing anything here? Okay, yeah. So look, you can tell this is the corner.
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't they recently just open this too?
there,
It's been closed for a long time.
I don't know that it's only open for special permissions. I think this is definitely not a touristy spot.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty. It's first of all, you get down in there and it is hot.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then everybody's like, oh, you take off your jackets. But they were talking in Arabic. And I was like, what? What's happening? Okay, we're taking off jackets. And the steps are cut in this sloping floors.
Ah, yeah.
Like, it's clearly somebody,
Yep.
was like, let's make this easier.
Yeah. Man, look at those blocks. Wow. That's good work.
Yeah, it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
What
okay. So
in the
that's
world?
the original tunnel, and it's definitely coming apart.
Yeah, and so they've put these wooden slats and they've built all this mortar and brick. This is modern stuff that we're walking
yeah.
through now with wood over top. Yeah, there's a tunnel going like left and right underneath. There's more. You can see the... I was calling it iron oxide.
Yeah.
Red and sort of charcoal color.
Yeah.
And now so we're looking at this. This is, I believe, dynastic limestone work here. Curved ceilings.
Yep.
Nicely done. But what? A false floor with another ramp? Or was that, you know what I'm saying? Was that a false floor that somebody busted through? I don't know. More curved ceilings. So there's just, there's tunnels going everywhere. Look at this.
Oh yeah, that one's narrow.
Goes way back there, dude.
Oh my God.
So that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
almost like just between the walls or something.
They're casing that. And there was a box. I didn't even really look at it, but there was I don't know if I think it was a limestone square box with like the four, one of the square ones for the the jars. So this is beautiful work here. Look at the chiseling.
Yeah.
Let's go back and look at that real quick. This is an interesting feature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that chiseling.
On the floor. Yeah.
All the same size tooltip. Flattening that stone. And you could see it everywhere. So this is just a totally different type of work. Totally different type of workmanship. And younger, and it's already fallen apart. But maybe some of it has been destroyed by robbers.
But this is still supposed to be Old Kingdom, right? Pyramid
Ask Ben. I don't
age
know.
were it was Old Kingdom stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Old Kingdom, just
Yeah.
like all the bent pyramid was early.
Yeah. Yep, they liked the barrel vaulted ceilings or
Yeah.
whatever you call that, the arched. It's like these are interior boxes.
So the pyramid is a worthless pile of mud brick. Yeah, the mud brick is it doesn't make a good outside of a pyramid. If it was cased in limestone, it would be fine. The limestone would probably be cracked and eroded, but the mud brick would all be intact because it would have been protected by that limestone.
Yeah.
So it would make a fine building material. The fact that there's still mud brick,
Yeah.
like visible mud bricks stacked up after thousands and thousands of years, tells you that like mud brick's actually a pretty decent building material.
In the desert. Yeah.
In the desert, yeah. I mean, think about that. Could you imagine, like, would there be any sheetrock left of your house in
No.
4,000 years?
No.
It would be a pile of chalk.
Gone. Yeah, the lumber will be gone. The sheetrock would be
The
destroyed.
lumber will be gone. Yeah, your vinyl siding will have completely deteriorated and cracked and broken away.
Even your like industrial fired bricks would be just piles of red powder.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty amazing actually that the mud brick with these, they mixed it with this grass or fiber from some kind of grass or whatever. So the bricks are still whole.
Yeah.
And when you look up at the wall, like there's probably a 30-foot straight wall of the mud brick because the stuff's breaking and eroding away, and there's like that tower in the middle of it.
Yeah.
It's probably 30 feet tall or more. Maybe it's 40. It's huge, and it's just a sheer wall, and you can see all the bricks.
Yeah.
God dang. And then when they're probably this big. And like that thick, they're much bigger than a modern brick.
Yes,
They're like the size of like you think of half
more like a concrete block.
half the height of a concrete block.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing that they're still there, and every time I see one, I'm thinking about Sumerians.
Yeah,
let us come down out of the mountains,
make bricks,
and make bricks of clay, and bake them in the sun.
Bake them in the sun. Well, that's what they have been doing. Baking in the sun.
That's what they did. They came down and started building pyramids.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
This is a good question. Any polished gouges in the boxes like at the Serapeum?
In these, I don't know. I didn't really get to... Let me see if I can find one of them. I think I became more interested in the pyramid construction again than the boxes themselves. Yeah. I don't know if I have any video footage.
That's all right. Let's see what you got.
I got one. Let's just go through these.
Yeah.
But we'll get to a box. I'm sure there's a video of a box in here, but I know I did not notice any of those because of the way the boxes were just completely entombed in these limestone, and you could barely get in there, and it was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
I saw it. I'm gonna move on. So let's see here. We're here, and I think I'm looking at more of this. I need that bright light to go away. You could see the chisel marks on the ceiling of this bedrock. So I'm talking to somebody, so I'm not really doing good video footage. But there's mud brick above the limestone, and then the mud brick is kind of like up against the original bedrock ceiling. So there's the original bedrock ceiling, then there's a mud brick layer, and then there's limestone. Yeah. So they were like putting the limestone block there and then packing it with mud brick. So up here, this is all mud brick that it's highly deteriorated, and it's very hard to tell. But it was pointed out to me, no, there's actually like squares of it, right? You can tell it's mud brick. Maybe you can kind of see a little bit of the squarishness of some of it right here. But this is the original bedrock. This stuff.
Yeah.
So this is the limestone that they were casing it, and then they're like shoving this mud brick in between
to fit it in.
Yeah. Very interesting.
So it's like that you have a like really roughly cut out bedrock hole, like a chamber.
Yeah.
And then you build a kind of limestone structure for the interior, and then you pack it in there with mud brick. Or the bedrock chamber was much older and is massively deteriorated, and the dynastics came in.
Yeah, I wish this whoever has this extremely bright flashlight Please don't turn that on while I'm taking video footage anymore.
Who could that be?
Very helpful. Bright light. Thank you. Anyway, this is really cool because you could see up here the chisel marks, the original chisel marks of whoever chiseled the bedrock out.
Yeah.
And they were way different. Long. They were long, like probably like this wide, just long strips.
So little like miniature scoops.
Miniature
almost.
scoops all through this roof. Look like chisel marks to me, but yeah. Let's see. Can we see them? You can kind of see the pattern of them a little bit.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I didn't do 4K 60 frames by accident. So I can't zoom in very good on that. But anyways, next video. This is that one long tunnel. Dun it. Yeah. Multipass.
By the way, if I've seen some people mentioning ads, I'm sorry. There's not supposed to be ads during the live stream. So
what? They're cutting out the live stream for ads?
I guess so. I went in and found out that YouTube has been sticking like 70 freaking ad breaks in our live streams after the live stream is done. So I went in and deleted that and tried to change some settings, and apparently now they're sticking them in during the live. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Can we fix that right now?
I don't think so. It's not supposed to do that, but I'm sorry. I'll try to fix it.
I'm not sorry. Get a subscription to YouTube or borrow one from your buddy.
Or
join your buddy's YouTube
ad
family.
blocker.
Yeah, or hack it or something. I don't know. A Viagra ad.
They're targeted, bro.
That's your own fault. Okay. Look at the stones stacked up in the box. Like, yeah, kind of hard to see the box at all. It's just completely surrounded in a limestone.
Yeah.
But you can tell it's decorated.
Yeah.
It's not super smooth. It's got a lip. It's got a bone in it. Hey. That was probably part of a wooden sarcophagus.
Yeah. Okay.
And I did touch that bone. I grabbed old Pharaoh Johnson's leg. So it's got these dresses. So it's got the false doors down at the bottom there.
Oh, yeah. And it's made out of, is it granite?
Yes, red granite.
Yeah.
So that was the way the boxes were all in this place. Every one of them was in a room that was like completely packed full of limestone blocks. Almost like
you have to build the room around the box.
The box was put in there and the limestone was stacked all over it. And then whoever broke into it was like moving the blocks and stacking them all over the walls of the room so that they could open it. But the box was probably originally covered.
Yeah.
Completely covered in big blocks. Wow. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But seems likely. What else do I got? Let's try that one. I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm looking. Yeah, okay. This is dumb. I was like, whoa, there's jars and stuff. It was actually workers' tools back there, like from guys that have been hauling material out. Let's see what this one is. Man, some of the stuff in here, there were like some tunnels like straight through mud brick with no shoring. Like mud brick tunnels. I was like, nope, I'm not going in there. Like here's a mud brick tunnel.
Oh yeah.
But at least it had some shoring in it.
Yeah. Yeah, those will hold it up if it falls.
Well, it had these few boards. Like,
Yeah,
I
there's
could hide
a
under
couple
that
of
board.
boards.
It made me feel better.
It's psychological. It's
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if the whole thing came down, but if let's see, what I think I looked down the tunnel that I decided, nope, not going down this tunnel. Yeah, it was getting sketchy in here. Plus,
Yeah.
all this wood.
oh
like
wow, this is going down.
some of this wood was like rotten.
Oh man, bro, come on.
This is the one I wouldn't go down because look at the mud brick.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, I don't know. And there was nobody down there with me, and I'm like, I don't know
if I'm
I
supposed to
should
look
go
at
down.
that, dude.
Oh, no. Apparently, there was an alabaster box at the end of it with another one for like the jars. I was like, nope. Not going down that mud hole.
Look, it's got a light bulb and everything. You could have.
I know it had a light bulb. It looked unsafe.
It does look unsafe. That's why you have to go down it.
No, I have to come home.
Okay.
I let everybody else go down it. But when they went down it, they had the guys, whatever the guides or whatever went
Yeah.
down there. So here again,
Like they've moved all the blocks out of the
they've
way.
stacked them all in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good possibility that the box itself was covered.
Yeah, it had to have been covered.
Yeah.
I bet you that room was, who knows? Maybe the room was filled. They seem to have moved a bunch of blocks around to get to that thing. Look at this. This mud brick is just collapsing.
Oh,
That
yeah.
wood is rotten.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was sketch. Look at the nails. The nails in that wood are just like big fat. They're all full of rust. I think in one of these videos, I poked my finger into the wood. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And I was like, yeah, okay.
It's dry rotted.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they were going to ever open this to the public, they would have to redo all this stuff. Look at these clamps.
Oh. Oh yeah.
So they shove this piece of metal in there and then twist the end of the metal so it can't slide through the slot in the clamp.
Perfect.
Those are pretty hefty clamps. But yeah, they're ancient.
This looks like any basement in Vermont.
It was a maze. I mean, again, underneath the pyramid, there's just like a maze of tunnels going
Yeah.
everywhere.
It does look like Yeah. Very confusing.
Beers and wines.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Mud brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are.
Man, that's amazing.
It's crazy that it's still. I mean, look, it's eroding like a hill. It actually is quite a good building material. Now, this one, there's giant limestone, whatever's
yes,
going
so-
on. It's awesome.
This is the one by the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Hawara.
Hawara.
Yeah.
Lahoon. Sorry.
Lahoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pixelated. It's
Yeah.
badly rendered.
Look at that thing, man. That is wild.
Yeah, I would love to know like exactly how big those limestone blocks are, because I mean, if you basically estimate that those mud bricks are 18 inches by 10 inches or something, they're like this, then how big are those limestone blocks sticking out?
Yeah.
Though, I mean, they look big, but I bet you that they're really enormous.
Yeah, they look enormous.
Yeah. I'd love to climb up there and actually get a scale picture of one of them.
Cody, that's a lot of fucking bricks, bro. Yeah. This was pretty cool. This was like we're just driving down the highway in Egypt. There's the oh crap, I just drew a blank. What's the name of this pyramid? Maidum Pyramid?
Yeah. The collapsed pyramid at Maidum. The outer structure.
Just look at it
completely
compared
fell
to
apart.
just everything else. I mean, it's
Yeah.
they all have the same feeling, even when the ones that are just torn down and you know, there's just this feeling that they're standing out there
Yeah.
so starkly different than everything else.
Yeah.
It's just wow. It's wild.
Yeah, they dominate the landscape.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. But anyway, that was on the way to Lahoun, and this is freaking awesome too. It's like, look at this, dude. This is going down. This is one of the entrances. I guess there's another one, but this is the only one you can take to get down there.
Down where?
Under the Lahoun pyramid.
Mm.
And I'm assuming it goes under the pyramid because I don't know. I'd have to scan it and then come out and scan all the way to the edge of the pyramid and see like where does the tunnel actually go. We're just going through this crappy bedrock. And remember, we drove past Maidum to get here, which is just like incredibly crappy bedrock. Look at the size of these blocks. They cased this shaft. But at some point here, I looked down. I mean, this would have just been treacherous. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, without the stairs, it's just a...
oh, it's just a shaft.
Yeah.
And I mean, way down there.
Wow.
You can't really, you get a false sense of like security because of these stairs. Like if you try to look between the stair rails and see how far it goes, you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, there are places like that in the Bent Pyramid too, where you look down and you're like, holy crap. There's basically a spiraling staircase in an enormous, hole, basically a shaft.
Look at the state of this bedrock. I mean, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
A big chunk fell off while we were in there. We were in because there's this big antechamber to the stone chamber that has the box in it, and like, just something just smashed on the floor. We're like, whoa! And it's like, yeah, big rock fell off. I'm like, am I recording? Camera's dirty. I was getting like lens flares.
I remember these tunnels.
Oh, this is cool right here.
Yeah. There's some kind of change in consistency in the bedrock there, and then there's another shaft going down. Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Right down to the water table, dude.
Yep.
I was like shooting video and this rock comes past me. And this guy's like, yeah, bro, it's way down there. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, the tunnels are nicely shaped.
Yeah.
Wow. I was shooting some great video there, Calorie, but you messed it up. Yeah, that looks cool.
That does look cool. Yeah, so Ben just says it's good y'all got in there, they're probably going to close it.
Really?
It may collapse and be buried again.
Yeah, see, look at the rubble on the floor. It's just falling off the ceiling.
Falling off the ceiling. Yeah. That's terrible. Yeah, terrible bedrock.
Look at the blocks on the walls, dude. So there's an interesting system of tunnels going around this room too, and one comes back in around the right side. Eventually, I think I get in there.
Yeah, you can completely circle around the entire granite chamber there. There's the box. God, look at that thing.
And it's literally cut at an angle on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's narrower or shorter on the left side than it is on the right. This box, it's amazing. And I really hope that the photogrammetry of this one came out well. I did my best. But again, who knows? I was following this guy's instructions as best I could.
I tried to scan this thing twice.
I know, it's hard to scan.
Yeah. And it's so reflective that I kept getting false images of the stuff around it.
Yeah, we need to bring some flour down there and just
Yeah,
dust
the opposite of what we want to do in the Serapeum. Covered in dust.
So we put the stickers, these little markers on it. Harmless little markers to help the scanner like follow the surface, but still he was having trouble getting it to go around the outside corners, you know, quote unquote outside corners, not the outside of the box, but inside corners are easy. Outside corners are hard. There he found a way around. Now he's got on the inside.
So you can kind of see, sort of, if you pause it maybe. Oh, wait, maybe you'll get closer.
No, we don't want to see those.
Oh. Never mind.
Just kidding. I'm just joking. How far in are we now? It's like, it's all right. It's hidden. It's hidden an hour and 42 minutes in.
It's really awesome, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a freaking honor being able to do that. So cool.
So what did you guys think of the usability of this tool in the field?
There you can see the dots, the
Yeah.
markers. Well, you'd have to ask them. I know that with these large objects, I think the scanner's probably okay, but they need a better computer. So I had asked Adam, like, would you guys want to build like an actual build a computer that has like tons, like the awesome video processors and all that kind of stuff? You need a lot of RAM to store, because it's storing all this data as you're scanning. You need huge amounts of video RAM, I guess.
Yeah.
Like something like a gaming computer.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to build one of those in like a badass Pelican case, rugged,
Oh, yeah.
and haul it down in there, but you'd have to have a serious power source again, right? Like, so this was basically the end. We're not allowed to be there after sundown. So we were driving away.
Ben's disagreeing with you on the computer.
Oh yeah, well, whatever he says is probably right. I don't know.
He says it's the software that sucks. Not so
Yeah,
much
they
the
could
computer.
redo the software. That was the other thing I heard. Like they just need to fix the software. So it had some issues.
So he's saying all the scanners have shit software.
All right, people. Now you know.
I don't know.
They need to.
I don't know. Ben has a gaming laptop and he loves it, so I don't really trust him.
The nerds need to fix it. That's all I know. Okay, nerds. It's not my problem. Anyway, yeah, we had to leave before dark. Can't be out on the sacred sites after dark.
Yeah.
So we were all crying as we were leaving this place, looking at this sunset. So we went to the airport, hotel, had our last hurrah down in the little sports bar down there.
Sports bar in the
and then flew
Meridian.
home. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
Fantastic, man.
It was awesome. I'm just like, I want to do this forever. Like this is awesome.
Yeah.
Being able to do this. Oh man, when I was flying out, I think this is the first time I've flown out in the daylight morning hours.
Yeah.
I flew right over the pyramids and I'm like looking out the window. And then the plane turned. And I don't think I ever got them in here.
Oh, no.
Nope. Where are they? They must be over there just to the left. I promise. There's pyramids over there. But it was pretty cool.
Great shot of Cairo there,
Yeah.
though. Yeah. Incredibly dense city. Was there like 20 million people there or something?
It's
Yeah.
wild. But again, I mean, it was great seeing Yusuf. I got to hang out at Yusuf's shop and hung out with his brother a bit and talked about, his brother makes the Egyptian flutes and stuff, and he's a good musician as well. And it was just cool getting to visit with him.
Yeah.
Just in the downtime between stuff we were doing,
Sure.
it was awesome. So yeah, good to see Mo too. Mo was there for, I guess the first day or two, and then he had to leave. He was actually, they had just come off the Primordial Egypt tour. So Mo went on vacation for the holidays. I think he's here
Oh, yeah.
in the States right now. So yeah, great trip.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah, big thanks to the Artifact Foundation,
Yeah.
Kateri Polka and Adam Young. Yeah, those guys are awesome. And we got to get Adam on the show too.
Yeah, we need to get Adam.
We need to get both of those guys on the show, really.
Yeah. I mean, we just have them all. Let's get Ben, Adam, Calorie.
Yeah. So that's the next 4 shows.
There we go. You hear that, Ben?
3. That's the next 3 shows.
You're up next, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks for showing us all that.
Yeah.
Kyle got back, and he's been so busy since he got back that we've barely spoken. So
It was great. And
Yeah.
it was nice flying through Istanbul also, by the way.
yeah, so,
Istanbul airport is like huge, and it's not, I mean, it might be packed, but it's so enormous that you can't tell.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we flew through there going to Turkey on the way to Turkey.
Yeah.
We landed in that airport. It's massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we got to get Ben on, and we can talk a little bit about the trip. We're also going to talk about Turkey.
Cool.
So yeah, we need to do that. And I'd love to have Adam and Calorie on for sure. Well, thanks, man. And thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of you for watching, supporting the show all this time. We do have some producers real quick. I'll do the Patreon producers first here. We got, let's see. We got Robert Dressel, Philip Baklamov, Matt Shy, who is also Professor Shy, Peter Shell, Ren Edwards, and Zachariah Baker at the Ascended Master level. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show at the Ascended Master level. I really appreciate it.
Ascended Snake Force Master.
And at the Snake Force Commander, Master Snake Force Captain, we have Martin Rander, Hagen Toman, maybe. Sorry if I'm messing your names up. Captain River Rat, Chris James. Chris James. Dave Cortez, and the patron saint, Patrick Hicks.
Thank you, boys. And ladies, if there's any ladies in there. Or lady boys. Appreciate it. We also have executive producers today, Laura Kotu.
Yes.
Merry Christmas,
Laura.
pizza and beer all around, she says. And I'm going to really, I mean, she gave $100, but she also gave $40. So like earlier in the month. So it's $140.
Thank you so much.
Anne Who Knits, happy solstice, $100. Thank you, Anne.
Happy solstice.
Happy solstice to you. And Cole Daniels, associate executive producer with $50. No note.
No note.
And I think that's it. And then I got a note from Brian Ross who says, I tell people, by the way, that I will read the notes if you do a donation.
Just
Doesn't
try to
matter
make
what size.
Try to make it short.
It doesn't matter what size. I will read the note. But if the note is too long, I cannot read the whole note because of stupid PayPal.
Patreon or the PayPal app won't show you the whole note.
But anyways, Brian Ross says, I apologize for the small donation at this time, but I'm currently a little strapped for cash. Hopefully I can give more in the future. You guys rock. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
It's crazy to me that people give you money.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Right.
It's
They're like,
not
I'm
very
sorry,
much.
it's not very much. Guys.
It's a huge thanks from us. Appreciate it, Brian. No matter how much it is. Thanks.
Yes.
And
And
that's it.
And to all of the rest of you in the Patreon, we thank you so much for supporting us. We are going to do more Patreon sods. We haven't done many recently. We've been really busy, but we are going to get more done. Okay, we're being told to check the mailbox. We need to check the mailbox, the PO box.
Cool. Yeah, it's Christmas. Why didn't we check the PO box?
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do next show.
Yeah. And hope you guys all have a great New Year. Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year.
We love you.
Always have.
Always will.
Good night, Adamu.
Get back to work
I'm not ready.
after the New Year.
Oh, I am ready.
Perfect.